this girl ended up calling me, right? Saying, oh, I want something to eat, I want... And she wasn't even saying it directly to me, but she was just putting it out in the air to see if I would bite, if I would spend my coin on her, right? And then I guess after about a couple of minutes of her basically begging to the world in that little girl voice, oh, I would like it, to see if I would cave. Whenever she saw that I wasn't caving and not giving her my coin, she literally went and asked another person, another man on the phone while in the midst of traveling. She was traveling. She went and asked somebody else. And I'm just, to be honest, I'm just watching. Because now I know. She went and asked another, I guess it was an old man or something somewhere, while we on the phone, and she ended up, and he gave it to her, right? And just the day before, I had been learning about how witches use these powers to acquire things. So that is partially where this video comes from. The other part is I had actually sent this girl some money, right? A couple weeks ago for something. Or just, yeah, for some things, and for her just to have, right? So she could go and do what she needed to do. And come to find out, I'm not even sending it to her, but I was sending it to her mom. So, and then later on, she ended up in a situation where she can't move the way that she could when I just gave you funds to enable you to move how you needed to move on your own. But then you let your mom trick you out of your bag. So that gave me even more clarity as to, oh, you're the little one on behalf of the big one. So that's where this video stems from. So to those who have an ear, listen, bro, because not every hand you feed is innocent. These witches use witches use counseling and coins to steal your destiny. Most people think witchcraft is candles and chants you out in the woods doing a whole bunch of voodoo shit. But the real danger is very subtle. It's in that. It hides in conversations and in the spare change you give away without thought, because you actually come from loving hearts. And there are two primary ways that witches defile a person. One, by counseling, inviting you into their spirit through conversation. You ain't even got to do that much, man. You listening, you lending these hoes an ear. You lending these prostitutes an ear. You lending these bad bitches an ear. Is them inviting you into their spirit through conversation. Because guess what? Words open doors. And the wrong counsel can see their spirit inside of yours. Number two, by receiving money from you. Because when you give to them, when you give to these poor ass bums, these beggars, these bitches, these hustlers, those needy faces you meet on the street, or the needy motherfuckers around you, you're not just giving dollars. You're giving your entire life's essence that you've been... God had to put you in motion for how many weeks to get that paycheck, to get those dollars? Is way deeper than a dollar. But you're transferring your destiny. Through you giving them your dollars, you're transferring your destiny. Most beggars you see aren't just struggling. They're actually agents sent to collect wealth, light, in virtue and to carry it back to an altar. It never. They're agents sent to collect wealth, light, and virtue, and to carry it back to an altar you will never see. Just like I was saying in the beginning of the video, she's the one operating on behalf of the big witch. But that makes her one too, because guess what? The spirits operate through people. So the fact that you did that means you're susceptible to such things. If that's the right word to use in that context. You're vulnerable. And if you're that vulnerable to... So yeah, like I said, behind them is the kingpin, the head witch. The head witch who funnels these offerings straight to the graveyard. Because they all dead. As far as I'm concerned, everybody I know is dead. So, yeah, they feeding it straight to the graveyard. They not feeding alive, living bodies. I mean, they are, but they don't know that. They don't know that they're dead. So they're not feeding bodies, but they're not using it to feed bodies. They're using it to bury futures. Whether they know it or not. They can claim that they don't know, but people know what they do. Because they know how to get by. So if you know how you getting by, wow. Anyways, so the next time you reach into your pockets, ask yourself, where is this coin really going? Because it may not be buying bread. It may be buying bondage. So look out, brother. Because these